Hey traders, Rick here, Hit Run Candlesticks. How you doing? Today's date is October 6th, 2025, and we are in that last hour of the day. In fact, we're almost down to 30 minutes left in the market. I've got the SPY up here on the top. I've got T2123, T2123. It's an indicator on TC2000 down here at the bottom, and I've got VXX over here on the left side. And overall, the market remains bullish. I mean, we're still climbing that wall of worry, still quite bullish there. You can see that price is over the T line. The T line's the white line, and the T line is over our trend indicator there, and the trend indicator is green. We remain bullish. With that said, I do think we're in one of those times. Friday was this way, and Thursday was this way as well, and it's turning out that today's that way. That the market is in this, this really big wall of worry, and there's just not a lot of fantastic conviction. The conviction is still bullish, but there's just not this big roar into the bullishness, and that can cause, you buy a position. Let me get my arrows out here. So you buy a position, and this is what you want, maybe to move up like that. It moves up a little bit, and it kind of fizzles out, and maybe even comes back down. That may happen a lot right now until we get that conviction. And I guess Mr. Powell's talking tomorrow, so that could shake the market one way or another. It's like rattling a tree and see if any peaches fall out. So just, watch your stops, trade accordingly. If you need any help or you have any questions, please feel free to check us out. Check us out. We still have the 2-week $49, includes 2 coaching calls from me. I'll call you. We'll look at charts, set things up, get you on the right track, okay? So keep an eye there. I'm going to be watching this, and I'll certainly alert on anything that goes wrong in the market. All right, let's switch over here a little bit, and let's talk about a few charts that I have going in here. Take NCLH. That's maybe a short, good-looking short right here if you're interested in a short. We've got price has been in a nice downtrend here, and we've now fallen below the 50-period moving average. The trend indicator has now fallen below the 50-period moving average, and price is below the T line here. So this is looking like a short in this area, down toward the 200-period moving average. And I've got a couple of here that I've marked for the long side. IoT. Take a look at Riot. Riot had a nice little breakout, maybe headed back up to that 50% retracement area right here, okay? Also, NVIDIA, nice little pullback right into that 3-8 trap area. And as long as we can hang in this area, I'll be looking at that to the long side. Any kind of a breakdown, I'm going to have to go back to that 50-period moving average and make sure we don't close below it. Because if we do, I'll be looking at that short. But up in this area, I'll be looking for it long there. Open sure fired up today. And man, that's a good looking chart. Now, it's going to have to clear the 1080 area, these tops, before we can reach our target up here. What is it? It's about 1330 or so. So we're going to have to do that. But I'll keep my eye on that, and it's one I definitely like for that. Let's see, take a look at Uber. Uber is another one that had a great day that just might push its way up here to about that 104 area right there. So I would keep an eye on that one. Uber, it's one I'm not in it, and keeping my eyes on that. One that I am in, MSOS, that's looking pretty good. Currently up, looks like 12% on it. And it looks to me like we're headed up to this about the $6 range up here, high fives. Retest these highs over here from, what is it, August 28th. So we'll watch for that. If it can manage to get above that before any kind of a, big pullback, I would watch the 675 area. That's what I'd like to see. But of course, I've got to protect my profits as we move up. So we'll keep an eye on that one. HL, that's an awful nice chart. HL, that's on my buy list before the market closes today. So we've got a kind of a Morningstar type candle setting up. And I say type only because Thursday was not the perfect Morningstar setup. But hey, let's, consider what it's doing. Looks like a Morningstar to me. So once we get through this 1260 area, then I would take a look at that 13 area up there. So not a big mover, over 4%. Maybe it can scoot up there and get into that 9%, perhaps 10%. So HL is looking pretty good here. I'm looking at my list here. Are there any others setting up? Take a look at PAYS. That's one that I like the way it's setting up. Nice little bull flat, what we call a bull pop out of the box here. Nice tight range where we're up and we're just moving sideways, kind of tight. Kind of squeezing is what it's doing. Squeezing price and then looking for that breakout. Certainly buyable in this area and on the breakout. This thing might even scoot all the way up there to the 730 area. So we're keeping an eye on that one, okay? So if you have any charts you want to take a look at, you want me to put on our pre-market video or our afternoon video, please go into our Facebook page, take a look at that, leave a comment. If you're not part of our Facebook group, you have to ask to be put into it. And then we just ask you a couple of questions, how long you've been trading, simple questions. You have to respond to those or you can't get in. Just make sure that we get traders in there and not, phony people in there. Anyway, check us out on YouTube and social media. Most of all, I hope to see everybody here tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, okay? Live, it's open to the public, free to everyone. So log in through our social media, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, okay? Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.